Mark, break down for a little bit where you go from here with Isaiah and the defensive tackles with Kirby out for the rest of the year.
Well, obviously Isaiah will move into that role, and we'll have a through-man rotation with Alonzo has plays a little bit of nose in our three-down stuff, so he has the ability to move in there. So we've got some options, a little bit of rolling, kind of like we did last year with Kirby and Spence and Alonzo.
Here in front, Suzanne.
Hey, Mark, how difficult is it to recruit to the 4-3 here in the state of Texas? I noticed that, I know this is probably because y'all changed from a 3-4 to a 4-3 when you got here, but most of your guys on the depth chart are freshmen or sophomores, redshirt freshmen, true freshmen or sophomores. So was there not enough linemen on this team when you got here?
Probably not going into this league because a little bit, the Big 12 is a little bit different than this league. This is a bit more of a power running football deal. Even though people still try to spread you out, there's still a lot of power running football, and I think it had more to do with the leagues than it did how Coach Sherman recruited or Tim recruited. I think it was they were fitting their system to what they faced in the Big 12.
We have seated in the back.
There's been a lot of talk about the up-tempo offense and having to go against that. How much does it help that you face this every single day and that the guys, there is no big surprise coming into this week, really?
Yeah, it does help. It's a different type of offense than our offense. There's they do it a little bit differently, but it is good to go up-tempo and see that every day in spring ball and camp, and guys getting their eyes to me and getting the call and getting lined up. So I think it's definitely an advantage.
Go Gabe here on the right side.
If he's able to come back, Coach, someone mentioned he even labeled him as probable, but Floyd Raven, how big of a shot in the arm would it be for your secondary if he can return?
Well, that would help some. Floyd, he's been practicing. He hasn't been getting really live kind of reps, but he's been in there with the twos and spelling DeShazier, and we've been getting DeShazier back to corner a little bit, awaiting his return. So we'll see how that goes. Again, this week, a lot of it's about eye control with what Ole Miss does. So, it's good that we had a bye week. It's a different offense than some of the offenses we face. So to have this bye week to get ready, prepared for this one in Auburn has really helped us.
Here in front, Jimmy.
Coach, I know Isaiah's had kind of an emotional fall here with some off-field issues. How ready is he to step up here? What have you seen physically from him in his development?
Well, he's a very physical kid. He's very capable of playing in this league. He's going to be a really good player someday. I actually sat in Terry's meeting yesterday in the back of the room like a fly on the wall. And, he seems excited, which he should be. It's part of college football. You see Darian playing, you see Isaiah playing. It is what it is. We hope guys come to play. They get their opportunity now, and I was pleased from what I saw yesterday. Now, we didn't have the pads on and those kind of things, but we did last week. I think Isaiah's excited. I really do.
Stay up front with Sam.
When you're looking past Golden Williams, I guess is it Robinson or Walker in particular, and then also any chance Justin Manning sees action at some point?
Well, he's starting to get a little bit more reps now. He's going to have to in case we have another injury. He's one injury away from having to be in the mix. But, yeah, that'll be our rotation. You hit it right on the head right there.
Okay, over here on the right side.
What challenges does the Ole Miss receiving corps present?
Well, they're good. Bo's doing a really good job distributing the ball. He's running their offense. Moncrief's a really good receiver. Thank goodness we get to go against Mike every day. And I think 85 runs great routes. And then number one, I believe he's a freshman. He's a good player. So we've got our challenges out there, out wide. And they spread you and they run the quarterback a little bit, and that's the challenges that they present. Hugh does a great job. He knows that offense in and out, and he does a really nice job of changing it up, if you will.
Here in the middle, Cease.
Mark, looking at that, talk about the past 2 weeks, maybe some problems that they've had, or, obviously their losses. What do you see, anything that's caused that possibly?
Really, to be honest with you, nobody's kind of slowed them down. They've slowed themselves down. So I'm sure they're going to work extremely hard on that, and like anything, try not to beat yourself. That's what Coach talked to us about all the time, and I'm sure he's doing the same thing. It'll be a heck of a challenge for us.
Anything else for Coach? Over here on the right side, Gabe.
Everybody benefits from bye weeks, but Claiborne in particular, how much did he benefit, A, the health status, and then B, continue to learn the
Yeah,
nuances?
no doubt, because this is a different type offense. So I think it definitely came at a good time. We were a little banged up, gave us an extra week to, again, prepare for an offense that we really, the closest thing we've seen is Sam Houston State to this. And again, they have the ability to throw the ball down the field quite well too. So I think it was a great advantage for him.
Go here to Cease.
Interesting, when you see these different spreads, do you go in knowing it, you have to stop Scott, or is it more pass-oriented offense, or you can't center on one thing?
Man, I mean, you really can't. That's what makes them a good offense, you know. And we kind of knew that coming into the season. We got our schedule up on the board, and we knew we were going to see, you know, defensively 9 returning starters on our schedule, I believe was the number. And anytime you have that guy pulling the trigger, quarterback, it gives you a chance on offense. So can you sit there and just key on one guy? You can't. We're going to have to be multiple in what we do and change it up on them.